Hello, how are you? I am under the water.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, World of Nikola. So today we're testing out RetroDiffusion. This is a pixel art image generator like Pixel Lab, which I've mentioned in my prior videos, but this is another company, different models, different philosophy, and you can see all the features they have like API and stuff in their main site, the models, what they bring to the table, etc. Here you can see the frequently asked questions, and as you can see, their website, the RetroDiffusion website, works with credits, and they also have another model which is local. You can run it on your PC, but their latest and like the newest models are on the website. So if you want to work with RetroDiffusion, you will have to use credits or buy the extension for Sprite or the local models, which as you can see here is $65 or $20 for the RetroDiffusion Lite version. But keep in mind, so the local version is not the same as the website. The website has different trained models, newer models, and I believe they're like more private models, I guess, that they can't like share, so you can download it locally because of licensing and stuff like that. But the website is like much better in many different things, and it has like more updates, etc. Right? And here you can see like everything is licensed, you can use it all commercially, and here you can see some examples, the difference between the base model and the pixel art model, because I believe the local one, the one you can buy and run locally, runs on Stable Diffusion, and I think the newer ones I think are maybe on Flux and some different private licensed things, which I don't know and I don't have access to. But it's pretty good. Like, you have a lot of options with RetroDiffusion. It's a more, I guess, static image generator. Like it has more of a focus on that right now, but they are working on animation and stuff. But right now, like, its strengths are like static images, but they're pretty good, not gonna lie. Alright, so going back to the RetroDiffusion website, because I want to try that first and showcase this first. As you can see, they have three different like models. So the RetroDiffusion Fast, the RetroDiffusion Plus, and the Mini. So each has its strengths, but the RetroDiffusion Plus I think is like the strongest one and like the more advanced model. And yeah, it says it all there, like the standard model, the more advanced model, and the mini version, I guess. They also have different art styles. So here you can just like say, okay, I want this art style, and you can prompt whatever, and you get that art style. These art styles are pre-trained in that specific style, so that could help you a lot, like finding a certain style or some, like, you know, whatever you're looking for. They also have this expand prompt button, which is pretty cool. Like, I have to admit, that's an amazing like tool set to have, because I personally, I'm bad writing prompts. Like, I don't get detailed enough ever. I give it like a super simple prompt, like you can see a panda bear wearing a hat. Okay, full body, yeah, just to make it clear. That's it. Like, that's what I would come up with. And let's try that. Let's try 64 by 64, and I would just try that. You can have the remove background as well, but we're not going to do that for now. You can have input images, and you can select a certain palette if you want. Like, you can import a palette. Now let's click generate. I'm gonna keep this live just so you see the speed, and that was how long it took. So you can see it took 1 credit off. So that 64 by 64 image was 1 credit, and I used the default art style. So we could now try the expand prompt, and see like the difference it gives us with the prompt, with the image. And let's try, I'm gonna make 2 images with the prior prompt, with the normal simple prompt. And now that we have the cooler prompt, let's try it. You see, these are the 2 images I got. And that's another thing, you can do like multiple images with one prompt or one generation, and it will of course use the credits needed. And here you can see like it gives us a pretty nice prompt. I'm gonna try it. We're still using the default art style, just so you know, like we haven't changed it. And there you go, it gave us a pretty nice panda bear. I'm gonna try it with the simple art style, just so you can see the difference. And as you can see, it gives you a flatter image, like the colors and the color choices, the shading, it's much flatter and much like, I guess, matte, if that's the correct way to say it. But now I'm gonna try a different prompt. A fox wearing a Hawaiian skirt. Let me just fix this word, I don't know if I'm doing it right. Yep, so there you go, Hawaiian skirt. And let's try 128 by 128, and that's still gonna use 1 credit, it seems. So we're using 1 credit for 64 by 64 or 128 by 128 images. So that's a pretty cool image. And you see the simple art style gives you like that pretty clean pixel art. Now we use the game asset one, and it gave us a more like shaded one. See, it gives you different art styles. Let's try the retro one. This is all live testing, right? So this is all live, like the speed and everything. That's how long it takes. There you go, retro. That's pretty retro, not gonna lie. Let's try a portrait. And there we go, we got the fox wearing a Hawaiian skirt portrait. Pretty nice. But yeah, as you can see, it's all pre-trained in those styles. Let's try the plus model. I guess it does cost the same in the credit section with the same sizes, so it doesn't get like more expensive if it's the same size, but the more advanced model. So that's nice to know. And there you go, that's the watercolor art style, which is pretty nice. I love that art style. But yeah, you can see like it's pretty specific. Like you can prompt anything and you'll get it in that art style, which is pretty nice, like depending on what you're looking for. And here we have the retro style with the plus version, and it's pretty nice. I mean, yeah, you can try also the character turnaround art style, which is basically trained in character turnarounds. So basically front facing, side facing, and back facing in one single image. Let's see, I'm trying a character turnaround of a policeman. So let's see what we get. And yeah, as you can see, it gives you basically that. It's not always perfect. Of course, you can reprompt it and retry it, because as we all know, AI is never gonna give you what you want in the first try. But this is a really nice setting to have. And then if we use the enhanced prompt, we'll get a much better prompt. You can play with the width and the height of the images and basically get somewhere closer to what you're looking for, right? And here you can see it gave us like front facing. It's kind of like diagonal, but front facing, side facing, and back facing. And then you can use that for, I don't know, animating them or whatever. And yeah, I'm just gonna try some other art styles so you can see. So let's try isometric. And you can see here it's using 4 credits for a 256 by 256 image. But the isometric is a really nice model they have. The top down one is also pretty good. Like, they have a lot of things, but you just need to know what you're looking for, because With Pixel Lab, for example, you just start like prompting whatever you're looking for, blah blah blah. But here, like, you have so many settings to choose instead of just like your head and your prompts. You have just settings, art styles. You know, it's a different workflow, I'd say. With Pixel Lab, you focus more in painting, maybe animating other stuff. But here it's more like, okay, specifically what style do you want, etc. That's at least what I think, right? But yeah, here's a golden house, another like try. If we expand the prompt, we'll get something better, of course. Let's try one more time. And this is isometric assets, by the way, not isometric. So there's a difference. Isometric is like an isometric map, or like a good composition, like a full image. And the isometric assets gives you actual game assets that you could use. So yeah, here you can see the golden chair as an isometric asset. We can also try top down. So this is top down map. So let's try this, a spaceship interior. Let's do a little bigger size. Let's expand the prompt. There we go. Now let's generate. And look at that. That's a pretty nice top-down scene, right? And the cool thing is you can also edit images. So if you click the edit image button, let's say we want to change the chair colors to blue. So make the chairs blue and just click edit image. And boom, you get the blue chairs. Like, you see, it literally kept the image and just changed it. Here's another like example of a top-down asset, a blue gaming chair. Pretty cool, right? Let's try a coffee cart. Just see, look at that. That's pretty clean, right? Pretty nice. And again, it's all in those art styles you select. Let's try the RetroDiffusion Mini. Let's do maybe a coffee bean. This is for a Minecraft item, so Minecraft styled items. And yeah, I mean, you can really get creative depending on what you need, because again, there's a lot of options and a lot of settings, so it's really dependent on what you're making. Is it a UI? Is it a game? Is it characters for something? Is it objects? You know, it really depends. But yeah, look at this, pretty clean, real pixel art, which is what we look for. And I need to emphasize on this. Whatever other tools you guys think you could use to get real pixel art, besides RetroDiffusion and Pixel Lab, they're not pixel art, because these are like actual size pixel assets, you know, like 32 by 32, 64 by 64, etc. But the other ones are just upscaled images, which then you have to downscale and try to make it pixel art. So now I want to explore the last thing in the website we're gonna check, and it's the animations by RetroDiffusion. It's kind of limited, so they only have walking and idle and visual effects, but it's a pretty cool tool to have. So you can just prompt whatever. So let's do a man wearing a ballet outfit. And let's try that. Oh yeah, with a mustache. And let's try that. Here you go. We got our man wearing a ballet outfit with a mustache, and he's walking and idling, which is pretty cool, right? So that's another model they have. You can do 4-angle walking without the idle. So let's do a woman wearing a blue dress with a white stripes and red hair. And here you can see you get the sprite sheet, and you can just download it and work. There we go. We got our woman in a dress. pretty nice looking. And there you go, it has the white stripes, the blue dress, the red hair, and they have one more, which is visual effects, which is, in my opinion, the coolest they have right now, because you can literally do, I think, anything you can imagine. Like, let's do a hamburger exploding. Let's just try that, and you'll see, like, it does it. Like, I don't know how, but it does it. And look at that, we got a hamburger exploding. Like, it actually did something related to our prompt, you know, which is nice to see. Like, it's nice to see it following your prompt and actually doing something, and not just slop. Like, I could actually use this as an animation in a game, you know. Let's try a basketball rolling as the last try before we move on. And there we go. I mean, it's not like the actual ball rolling, but it gave you like an effect. It gave you like the ball doing something in movement, right? So it's something you can maybe work with. And again, this is the first prompt, guys. You could of course prompt it better. You could always do everything better than I'm showing it right now, because I'm just trying to show it quickly. And of course, they're always working on new stuff like tile sets and the style creator, which should be interesting. And of course, just in case you missed it, here's where you download the images. This is an upscale version. You can download it in the original size, and you can copy the image. So just so you can see how it works, you can just copy it, go to AcePride, boom. Of course, you copy the upscaled image. So if you want the original one, the original size, just download the original size and open it in AcePride. And one final important detail is the pricing. So here's the pricing, so you don't have to go and look at it. Here it is. It's pretty good pricing, because you can get really quality sprites for not a lot of money. And I think that's where I'm going to end the video today. I know I mentioned the local version, and that's a really interesting and nice tool, which has a ton of different small tools inside which help a lot for pixel art in general. So if you want me to cover that in a different video, let me know down in the comments. And make sure to like, subscribe, and turn the notification bell on so you don't miss any video. Peace.
I just wanted to say thanks.